All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check pass, check pass. Quick dance.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Kill. Watch that. Run.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Point it right. Check 26. Right.
Now Leonard Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Nice play, baby.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You got 3 down. Real. Check 24. Kill. 6. King.
A shotgun give to Fournette. Down to the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Single. Check 27. Eyes on 27. Hey, watch.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here goes Hut. 56. Mike's 56. Bandit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Fitzgerald looking for Scene, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Not gonna happen today. All day.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. To throw, Mayfield. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
You're outside. The mic. 51's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
On 1st down, Fitzgerald. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards on the ground.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
1st down, Green Bay.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
33. Regular.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop.
They'll run with Fournette. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
So we got man. Check your hot read. Kill. Lady. Hey, turn it out. Alert 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
We go, son. The mic, boy, 51. Come on. You better bring it. Hatchet.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point safely through. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 3.
Now a give right side. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll run on first down. Fitzgerald. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. It's Fitzgerald. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Darnold. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the 50, it's Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Intended for Cameron Batson. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Real.
Mayfield. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over to 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Check, 59. Here we go. Switch.
On first down, Fitzgerald. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check, 59. I'm coming after you. Hey, check, nickel. Check. 22 jet bomber.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
It's our time. Chance. Red 80. Shit. Peek in. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down, it's Bradley. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the backer. Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bradley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Darnold. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The point after is good, and that makes it a 28-24 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. This is Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. 180. Mike, 44. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Switch.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game,
And look at this, it's a fake. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's Fitzgerald, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mike, go outside. Check, 59, 59. And we're pretty... And 80. Check, 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 check. Check, check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fitzgerald, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down.
We're outside. The mic. 51's the mic. I got you. Outside.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. connected there and picked up a first down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Let's twist. Hey, lady. Twist. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it. Lady. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fitzgerald. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try to left side. It's Fitzgerald. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt. Just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's see what you got.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the run, it's Fournette. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
180! Squeeze, double. Shit! Hey, alert! Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 52. Check 99. Check 99. Point it right. Watch out.
Again, it's Fournette. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Watch the safety creep.
They go play action. Mayfield. That one complete. He finds Shark. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42.
Move those chains. That's good for another Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. On first down, here's Love. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Mayfield looks to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And brought down, but not before they're... Inside the 25.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10.
Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield on play action. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shift. Central West.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on 1st down. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Going to give this time to the tailback, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Mike 51. Let's go.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to